Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another reading of Underdog. Today, we got episode 7. Mind you, there's 10 episodes in this season, so this is one of the last 4 that I'll be reading for this season. Then we're on to the next one, which I think is definitely a step up from this one. So let's just get right into it with Chapter 1, In the Vast Mind. Dylan wakes up on an icy plain shivering. What the heck? Why am I so cold? Dylan stands up and looks around the sky. The blue sun. That's weird. Hello? A blue-skinned, toned person taps on Dylan's shoulder. Yes? What's a human like you doing here? I'm from Earth, and I have been condensed inside a tomb of ice. How does he know? I don't know. Wow, that's a lot to take in. Yes, if you have a home, can I come in? Because I do not want to freeze. Sure, but I hope my husband doesn't mind. While Dylan is following the woman, a crack on the ice reveals lava under the ice. So it looks like we're still focusing on the elemental side of Dylan's powers here. So let's just go with Chapter 2. Chapter 2, trying to get Dylan out. The 3 boys are panicking, so Nightwalker, Steel, and Alice around trying to get Dylan out of the ice coma. Guys, we have to hurry because the ice is getting harder, becoming a glacier. What? I don't think that's how that works. Guys, we can't get him. Steel, you cannot get discouraged. Alice, do you not know anything about science? Well, sorta, but not like you know more. Actually, I do know a lot. Steel takes his hood off, revealing to Atlas and Nightwalker that he's the world-acclaimed Dr. Stephen D. What? Yep, so who knows more now? You don't have to be such a smart aleck about it. Bro. Okay, all of a sudden an energy comes out of the ground of the earth. What was that? I don't know, but what was it, the earthquakes? That can't be the answer. Alice tries to run but falls on the ground confused. Okay, so we can figure out whatever his name is, Steel is. That's interesting. Chapter 3, Other Land. The ice woman takes Dylan to her house and takes her to her husband. If Dylan could come into her house. What? Dylan looks around the world of ice while the woman is bargaining with her husband down. And then the woman walks up to Dylan. Sorry, but you can't come in. Really? Fine. Good luck finding your way around. And sorry. Dylan walked away with a flame in his eye. Dylan is sitting in an ice cave trying to start a fire with 2 sticks. Ugh, I give up. Why can't I just go in her house? When Dylan yells and his fire starts with his anger. What in the world? Hey? The ice woman walked into the cave. Sorry, I didn't let you in. It's okay, I understand. But I am hot now. Oh wait, never mind. I said, what am I even talking? I'm sorry. But I'm not really hot. I'm not really cold at all. Really? Well, how? I don't know. A crack in the ice between the woman and Dylan. Run, quick! I'm being serious. The woman runs away while the crack starts to get more violent until the platform of ice falls into the lava, and so does Dylan. But instead of burning, he falls through the lava and falls on a lava roof. Then the camera rotates, showing the scorched roof is an actual floor. What the? Where am I now? Welcome to Volcano Land. A man with burned skin grabs Dylan's hand. Wait, are you part of the Ice Clan? No. Okay, but I have to make sure. The man starts smelling Dylan and looks in his nostrils and looks close at his skin. Alright, you're good. Follow me. What is happening? Things are happening a little too fast. Chapter 4, Switcheroo. Nightwalker has a hat and glasses. I don't know why that's written up there. While Atlas and the team are walking, they go to a restaurant and order food, until the light flickers and a sharp-pointed shield go between the 3 boys. Uh-oh, I recognize that shield. Didn't even spell shield right, by the way. Let me guess. If you're thinking Stripe, then you're correct. The shield comes flying back and a hand grabs it. Hello, Team Underdog. Stripe. Stop. Stripe. I don't know. Stop doesn't make sense. How can we help you? Why do you lie, Nightwalker? Nightwalker taps a circle on his leg that forms a suit around his body. You know I don't want to fight, but if we have to, I suppose. Nightwalker pulls his staff off his back and gets into a fighting stance. Stripe rushes towards the team, dodging all of their attacks, until the floor breaks, bringing down Stripe and Nightwalker below. Well, Nightwalker. Just you and me now. Stripe, you have to stop. You can't trust Subsonic. He will betray you. Why should I believe you? Because he betrayed our team. He didn't really betray your team because he was already a bad guy, and he's also dead. So how can you betray him? How can he betray you if he's dead? Alright. Well, obviously you wouldn't understand. With Nightwalker's guard down, Stripe goes for an easy attack, but when Nightwalker turns around, she is completely stopped. What the heck? Nightwalker walks around Stripe, stuck in the same position, but then she misses and falls down. I have super speed. No way. Well, that would make it harder to beat you. Stripe runs away. So, I'm not sure what's going on, but... Okay. Why is Chapter 6 so tiny? Jeez, brother. Chapter 5. Royal Disappointment. When the three boys get home, Steel has some devastating news. Guys, what's up, Steel? So, the further we get as a team, I feel like the threats will get more powerful. I think a bow and arrow will not stop them. So I am leaving Team Underdog. Steel, we need you. Come on, you can't be serious. I'm serious. I'm moving back to Sharp Point City in Utah. That's so. Goodbye, Steel. A tear slips down Nightwalker's neck and pulls his mask off, looking. Well, I may as well do this if Steel's leaving. Nightwalker, you don't have to do this. I should. Nightwalker looks up and back at the team, revealing his Marco Rodrigo. What are these names? These names suck. Alright, now that I have revealed my identity, who else has any secrets to unveil? Yes. Wait, no. Who else? That doesn't make any sense. Atlas, what's your secret then? I'm sick with a speed disease. Wait, what? I just didn't want to make you worry about me. Okay, this is not true. Let me just tell you just right now. This is not true. He's not sick with a speed disease. He's not sick. Not right now. Definitely not right now. Wait, what? I just didn't want to make you worry about me. Atlas takes a device off of his body, revealing that he's still phasing uncontrollably. Why would you keep this from your friends, family, and us, your team? I don't know. Alright, but... Alice starts crying and walks off. What? This writing is not making sense. Alice starts crying and walks off. While Alice is walking, Red Spirit starts to follow him. Once Alice starts to stop, the spirit enters his body. Alice's eyes glow red through his mask. Last body was too weak, but this one feels powerful. Huh. Not sure what's going on. This writing is very confusing to understand. Chapter 6, Nightwalker Learning. Well, since I'm the only one here, I might as well just learn how to use my new and same power that Atlas gave to me. Who knows? Nightwalker goes multiple training exercises, such as running at the racetrack and testing his reflexes, with an automated tennis ball launcher. Wow, this is tiring. Where even is Dylan? Chapter 7. Wait, so why did they just stop trying to save Dylan? And then they just went to a restaurant. If Steel knew that he was going to turn into a glacier, or freeze completely, that does not make any sense. I don't know, man. Chapter 7, Lava Same as Fire. Dylan wakes up on a wooden bed with sparks flying out of it. Ugh. Where are we? What? I don't know. Dylan hears a chant coming from the town plaza when a red-skin-toned man walks into Dylan's cabin. Good, you're awake. This chant means that training will start, so you might want to hurry and grab a weapon. Dylan gets out of his bed and grabs a sword, ready to train with the Lava Tribe. Hello, rookies. Today, we'll be doing just some basic things like accuracy for the archer and skills and techniques for the samurais. Is everyone ready? Yes, sir! Alright, branch out, everyone. Dylan looks around and finds sword training. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sword Wielding 101. Would anyone like to do a duel? Yes. Dylan and one of the residents raised their swords. All right, you two come up. Whoever wins gets to teach class tomorrow. Dylan and the resident both get into a fighting stance. So we got fire tribe and a ice tribe. That's interesting. And they're like on top of each other. Like the ice is on top of the lava or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how that makes any sense. Chapter 8: The Provening. Dylan jumps and twirls his sword in his hand and does an overhead lunge. But since there's a protective seat on the sword, he just falls on his back. Well done, beginner. I don't know what that says. I'm so disappointed. I think that's like a name. Iront? Zront? Bro, what are these names? You've been training with me for 3 weeks. He cheated. How did I cheat? Zront, you clearly don't have a valid reason for losing. Well, it's not my fault. How is it not your fault? Because he's an outsider. He has an advantage. Is this true, beginner? Yes, but in my other life I had superpowers, but here I swear I don't have any. Well, follow me so we can prove that. Okay. As they walk away, some of the fire floor turned icy. Some of the ice world started to collide with the fire world. Where are we going anyways? To the prison. Wait, why? Because there are power locks that secure the prisoners. Once they arrive to the prison, Dylan sees that the ice woman and other ice people are locked inside of a cage. It seems that some of the other world have crossed over. Hey, why are they even locked up? Because the ice and fire people have been in a very long war. So if we see any, we lock them up. They do the same. Once Dylan notices the ice woman, I can't read his handwriting. She's something away. Hey, why are you here? I'm going to free you. You can't. Why? Because of them. 2 fire guards walk up to Dylan. You need to step away. No way, I'm not doing that. No way I'm doing that. So you're sure you want to die? Then, I'm sure. Dylan creates an ice sword and a fire sword ready to fight. Okay, whatever. Chapter 9. Chapter 9, Fire Against Ice. Dylan goes for the first attack and does an underhand swing, but the guards block it. Dylan then swipes an X with both swords, but both guards block it. Dylan unleashes the block and the guards spin. The two magma starts to create a fire wave. What? Well, seems that you are more experienced. You're surprised? I wouldn't be so surprised. You're surprised? I wouldn't be so surprised. Well, if you don't want to give yourself over, give the prisoner to me, then I'll turn myself in. That's not going to be possible. The guards pound their staffs on the ground, turning the staffs lava materialized. Dylan throws away his ice sword, dual wielding with 2 fire swords. Dylan and the guards start to clash, and are using all of their powers. Inside of Dylan's mind, he thinks to throw away the swords and just punch the guards. Dylan throws the swords off to the side and creates gauntlets of fire on his hands. Dylan pounds the ground, creating a shockwave of fire, making the guards trample over. Well, looks like I outsmarted the underestimators. Sorry, we underestimated you. Where are the keys to the cell? Dylan uses the keys to unlock the cell, letting out the ice woman and the other citizens. Eventually, the whole world starts to shake and crack open, leading back to Earth. Marcus is walking while he hears a sound from the sky and sees a portal with people falling from it. Dylan. I feel like we go through a lot of worlds. We got to Earth, we did that red sky, we did this ice world, lava world. I mean, I don't even know, man. Chapter 10, Rampage. A few minutes later, the people have finally landed on the ground. Meanwhile, Marcus is trying to find Dylan by calling his name. Dylan! What? Yes, Marcus. Yo, Dylan, where are you in there? What? Wait, no. Dylan, were you up in there? Yeah, it's a long story. So, what are we gonna do about all the people? Wait. Dylan runs around trying to find the ice woman. Once Dylan finds the woman, she talks to Dylan. Dylan, I am going. I am dying. No, please, no. His name is Shiver. Please take care of him. How old is he? 12 years old. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Dylan. How did she know his name? Did he say his name? I don't know. Meanwhile, the woman is dying. Dylan starts to pour tears and hugs the woman, now dead. No, no, no. Dylan gets up and screams with a wave of fire surrounding his body. Dylan has entered flames of fury. It didn't even say anything about her having a son. It just kind of like threw that in there all of a sudden to make some kind of emotional scene and Shiver or something. I'm not even sure right now, bro. Chapter 11, Meanwhile, Atlas. Meanwhile, Atlas is at the Blimp Lab working on a project. Where'd the powers even go? They transferred to Nightwalker. Who said that? I did. How are you in my head? I'm going to see if you're worthy for my power. Power? Anger channelment. So you can finally feel great. Feel so powerful. But I had superpowers before. Yeah, but not anymore, so I'll give you strong strength. Alright, so how do I obtain this power? I have training starting tomorrow. Wake up. I'll wake you up. Okay. I honestly don't even want to talk about this episode. Because, what even happened? This is, so confusing. So much is going on, so much is happening, and I just don't know what's happening. That's just... eventually you feel like I gotta get better at this, but I just haven't been getting better at it. But thank you for listening. Thank you for reading with me. See you in episode 8. This one does have a title, so that's exciting. I'm evolving. Hopefully my writing skills can evolve as well. But see you next time. Peace out.